Cheers.
Hi, everybody. Here's Tony. Welcome, guys. Come on in. It does look good. How do you keep the cover up?
You say you like the wind blowing through your hair.
Welcome, guys. Hi, Eric. Hi, Sarah. Drinking water.
Drinking water, what the hell?
Hey, it's hot out there. You gotta stay hydrated.
Say you wanna hit the highway while the engine
Welcome, welcome. Come on in.
till the sun goes down.
Let us know where you're joining from, guys, and let us know what's in your glass today.
Texas sun,
Malbec Rosé, Lynette, what's up? Hi, Miss V.
Texas sun. Caressing you from Fort Worth,
Vanetta, what are you drinking?
Amarillo.
Yeah, Brunetta, what's in your glass? Brian, welcome. Jennifer, Jamie, Mercedes. Come on in, guys. Looks like we've got some Malbec Rosé drinkers out there with us today. Hey, Eric. Skeleton Key Cab, nice. Donna, you guys be safe out there. Annie's brought in bed. Vanetta, get to stepping, sister. Hey, Sean. Eric and Asha, welcome, guys. We've got a good little crowd today, Tony. Alta, wow. Cosmos sound like they're in order. It sounds like a good move. Robin says, good to see you, Tony.
Oh, hey,
Doug and Steven, welcome. All right. Let's jump in. Welcome, everybody. We are live from the highest state today. We've got myself, I'm Leah. I run marketing here at William Chris. It is a dream job, and I love everything about it. And Tony, our winemaker.
I help make the wine here. How are you?
Help make the wine. Tony, in all fairness, Tony's running on about 2 hours of sleep today because we are in the smack dab middle of 2020 harvest.
And it's 120 degrees outside.
It's 120 degrees outside, and he was here till 2:30, back here at 7:30. We have actually a staff dinner tonight, and he's going back to work after that. So thank you, Tony, for joining us because I know you're running on empty. But super happy to have you guys here. It looks like there's a lot of people drinking the same wine as us. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today. We'll talk a little bit about how harvest is going. And we've got some wine nerdery. I know Dee's not here, guys, but we promised to pack some wine nerdery into today's segment. So we also have some giveaways to do. We are going to be giving away a set of wine tumblers from our friends at Yeti. We have these beautiful little wine tumblers. They're great for outside by the pool or on the boat, places the glass can't go. And then we've also got a couple of the William Chris wine stoppers. So you guys may have seen these in the virtual tasting that we did a week ago. So one lucky winner today is going to get those 2 wine tumblers and these 2 wine stoppers shipped to them. So stay tuned, stick with us. We will be announcing that at the end of our segment. All right, so let's talk about what we're drinking today. We have got the 2019 Malbec Rosé from Highest State in our glass. And we've actually got the vines that this fruit is from just about, 50 yards from where we're standing.
I think those are the red vines, but the block is right behind that.
You guys know what I mean. It's really close.
Yeah.
So Tony, tell us a little bit about this wine.
So this is, like you said, concrete Malbec Rosé. So this block right outside the pavilion is the top 4 rows are made into typically a red Malbec. We crop it a little bit lower so the fruit is a little bit more concentrated. And then the following 6 rows is cropped for rosé. So it's a little bit heavier, we get a little bit more tonnage off of it, because typically we like to do it into a concrete fermenter.
So why the first, you said the first rows produce like less tonnage, and so we does that mean it's less ripe or less kind of robust fruit?
No,
or what, how does that
so
work?
that one, so the top 4 rows actually get a little bit more ripe.
Okay.
And we're growing that specifically for red wine.
Okay.
So you've got a little bit more concentration if the yield is a little bit lower.
Okay.
And then with the bottom 6 rows, you'll have it won't get as ripe. You'll kind of have a little bit more acidity.
Okay.
And we make that specifically into rosé.
Awesome. So this is aged in concrete. Do you do this in the eggs or the big cubes?
So it's fermented in the cubes,
Okay.
but it'll be aged. It's actually, this vintage is actually aging in the eggs, and in one egg right now.
The 2020 vintage?
Yes.
Awesome. Very cool. So more Malbec Rosé to come next year, guys. It'll be concrete aged again. And actually today we are going to be talking a little bit about concrete aging versus stainless steel versus oak, and how Tony decides what to put which wine in, when in the process, and why. It's something that you guys probably know a little bit about, but I think we can dive deeper into it today. So what do you think about food for this one?
I was like High Thai.
Yeah.
This one,
Yeah.
like something spicy.
There's a great little Thai restaurant
yeah.
out here in High Texas. So if you guys are ever looking for somewhere to grab food when you're coming out to or leaving the winery, there's a great little Thai spot. It's a food truck. Listen closely because it's only open Wednesday through Saturday. There's nothing like having a craving for High Thai on like Monday or Tuesday when you're out here getting ready to place your order, figuring out what you're going to get. You're like, I'm going to get this. I'm going to get this spice level, and get the phone ready to call it in, and you remember it's Tuesday. But it's a great spot, and you're right. This would go really well with that. We've got nice green curry, and pad thai.
It's got the acidity cut through a little bit of the heaviness of the curry, and kind of the fatness to go along with the spiciness.
Awesome. Cool. Is this one that you would do with fish tacos too, you think?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
I think about that. Anything that Chef Ty cooks, probably.
Yeah.
Pretty already.
Yeah, he's pretty incredible. So like I mentioned, we're doing a staff dinner tonight for our team, and we let Chef Ty take the night off so he can actually sit down and enjoy with us. So I think we've got a caterer coming in. It should be a really nice night. We'll be socially distanced, of course, but we've got some things to celebrate. I'm sure you guys heard last week that Chris Brundrett just got a Wine Enthusiast 40 under 40 nod. So we're super proud of that. And we'll be celebrating that tonight, among a few other things. One of them just being surviving this year so far. I mean, we've still been lucky enough to keep our full staff on. But also, as you guys know, we are reopened. So all of that tasting room staff that we had to deploy out into the vineyard and into the winery, which some of them loved it. Some of them were very eager to get back to the tasting room. They are back in the tasting room now. So we are welcoming club members and guests, and so happy and thankful to be open again. We've got 23 acres of space here, and we're using all of it. So check out the website for the latest offerings. We're doing educational wine experiences, chef's food and wine pairings. We're going to be launching a really cool library experience pretty soon, so stay on the lookout for an email about that. And yeah, come on out and come see us. And if you don't want to make the trip or aren't ready to get out there yet, we've of course still got our virtual tastings going. So we've got one of those coming up that we'll talk a little bit about here in a few minutes. But let's jump into our wine nerd section of the day. Can you talk to us a little bit, Tony, about why we choose to put whites and rosés, especially, into something like concrete versus stainless steel versus oak, or a mixture of two of those?
So the main reason is you're looking for oxygen transfer, right, from the ambient air to the wine. So stainless steel, you don't get any oxygen transfer, obviously. Oak, you get the most oxygen transfer. You're also getting a little bit of oak characteristics, flavoring, tannin structure from that oak. And then concrete is somewhere in between in terms of the oxygen transfer. But it's also sort of a neutral vessel, so you're not getting like any influence. It's just the wine with the oxygen transfer.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How come? So I'm relatively new to wine compared to you, but I hadn't heard of concrete aging until I got here, and it sounds like there are appealing reasons to use it because you don't have to impart any of those characteristics from oak if you don't want them, but you get a little bit more oxygen kind of play with the wine more than you would with stainless. So why don't more people use it?
I don't know. I mean, stainless is probably a little bit cheaper.
People are cutting corners out there. That's what's happening.
Some people, like if you're making a white or a rosé that's in a stainless steel tank, you're gonna retain the really fresh, bright acidity, really, really intensely aromatic. But with the concrete, specifically what I'm looking for, you get a little bit more fatness off the wine. So this happened, I don't know, like a year or two ago, maybe 3. And I came to the realization that I don't care about what it smells like at all. Especially in the very beginning, I don't care what it smells like at all. The only thing that matters to me and Chris, we kind of
share this philosophy?
Shared this whole thing, was all that matters is the mouthfeel, the structure, what it feels like. Is it round? And aromatics will come later. We can wait. Whether it's after it's in bottle, whether it's in barrel or concrete, the aromatics will come. The thing that we love about wine is just how it feels.
Okay, amen. What kind of questions do we have out there? I'm going to look here in the comments to see if I see any. Okay, cool. You're going to help me with them, Kelsey?
Yeah, we got Alex. He was asking what Tony's background was and why you chose your path to becoming a winemaker.
Where'd we find this guy?
So I went to Texas Tech, and I started out as a clinical laboratory sciences major.
Clinical laboratory sciences major. Yikes.
So I thought I wanted to be a doctor. Turns out that's real hard, and it's very expensive too. So I switched my major over to biochemistry. I really didn't know what I wanted to do, but I was making beer and gin in my dorm room at the time.
Wow.
Yeah. But they didn't have. I mean, they have like little breweries. I don't think they have a distillery up in Lubbock at Texas Tech, and but they have a winery. There are a couple of wineries.
So for fun, as like a 20-year-old, you were making gin.
I was 19.
19. Gin and beer in your dorm room?
Mm-hmm. And then I cold called a winery and said, hey, I'll do all your chemical testing. I know how to do it. I didn't at the time, but I figured I could.
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah, I figured it out. And then I worked there for 3 years. Met Chris during that process of interning and then sort of working in the lab there. And
someone's looking for Tony.
And what was it? So Chris came down.
You were working in the lab.
Yeah, brought a couple of bottles of wine with him, and I loved it. And kind of decided within that year that I wanted to be here. Mm-hmm. I had a couple of different offers in like different states and stuff, but I really wanted to be in Texas. So came down here, a little boutique winery for 18 months, and then came up here as the assistant winemaker at first.
How long have you been here?
It was my 3rd year anniversary, July 1st.
Awesome. Yes, that's you. I'm going to look for some more questions, but I also have one for you. Let's see.
This one's really good.
So someone asked if there are still plans for wine school, and I will say wine school is definitely still going to happen, but I do not have a date for you guys yet. Those of you that signed up as saying I'm interested, we've got your information and your contact. We've got you guys on a list, so you'll be the first to know when we have plans. We do have, things in the works. We are looking at, personalities that are, up there with D's to help run that. He's such a great educator, so we're making sure that we've got the right personnel and the right, the curriculum's really kind of been dialed already by D, which is great. So we will definitely be rolling that out. It's 100% still going to happen. So just stay tuned. I know if D's out there watching, I know he's taking a little vacation, a little time off in between jobs. He's doing a week on a lake up in Arkansas, I think.
Okay.
So yeah, good for him. Okay, Eric wants to know, are we getting rid of the Malbec vines?
So that's a decision that we're going to make probably in the next month or two. Pretty sure the decision's already been made, yes, to kind of pull everything up. They're not producing like they used to.
It kind of happens, like, I know we're getting ready to pull up some stuff at Granite Hill too.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about how, is it just sort of end of the life cycle for the vines? Or
I don't think this site is suited for Malbec. Because you go out and look at our Tanat vines, and they're so robust. You can't keep the canopy under control. So I don't think Malbec really works here, along with the Petit Verdot. That's probably going to get pulled up too.
That makes me sad. I love High Estate Petit Verdot.
Yeah, it's really good. But it just, right when we're ripening and getting ready to pick, the vines will start to collapse. I don't know if it's the heat.
I'm about to collapse because of the heat, so I totally get it.
Maybe there's some disease pressure in the vineyard. But yeah, it's we're in love with Tanat. I love the estate Tanat.
Yeah.
And it does really well out here, so why not plant a freezer and make a good one?
Yeah, let it ride. Well, just like, this year has thrown us some pretty major curveballs, and we've had to pivot and adapt, all of us, not just us here at the winery, but everybody's had to kind of adjust. We have to constantly do that with our vineyards too, and try and follow what's working, and not get too attached. So let's see.
We had a good one about comparing the Mourvèdre Carignan Rosé aging to the Malbec Rosé aging.
Yeah, so the Mourvèdre Carignan Rosé was 100% stainless steel, and it was only in tank for about 3 months, maybe 4 months before it was bottled. This one spent 7 months in concrete egg, and then we transferred it down to stainless steel tank to get it bottle conditioned, ready for the bottle.
Cool. Any other questions that we haven't hit, Kels?
How many years have we made Malbec Rosé?
This is our fourth. Well, the 2020 vintage is our fourth vintage of Malbec Rosé.
So technically, the 19.
19 is the third. Yeah.
So Alta asked, will there be Petit Verdot? I think she means different, like from different vineyards. We'll continue to produce Petit Verdot, just not from the High Estate. Do we have Petit Verdot blocks anywhere else?
La Pradera.
Okay.
We used to have, let's see, I guess La Pradera is our only source of Petit Verdot right now. We're always looking for any vineyard that comes up with a little bit of fruit, we'll take it. But if we do end up pulling this, it's going to be just La Pradera.
Okay. So talk to us a little bit about how 2020 harvest is going. We were just talking before we jumped on here about it being a little bit of a...
It's rough. No, it's going really rough.
Tony's hanging by a thread, but talk to us about how it's different from last year.
It's so condensed. Last year...
It was a really long season.
Yeah, we started, I think the first pick was July 7th. And
we went to early October?
We went to October 23rd that's the last harvest date. That's not the last, we're still fermenting after that. We're still pressing things out.
That was just the last day of fruit coming in?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so that was a
marathon. That was a marathon.
Yeah, typically we'll have a week or two between the Hill Country harvest and the High Plain harvest because the fruit is so far behind just ripeness in the High Plains. But this year it was strange. Everything was overlapped. So we're still not picked out in the Hill Country. We have one more block, which is Cabernet Sauvignon. That looks like it's going to be Monday. And we're almost finished up with the High Plains. We'll probably do another 150 tons.
In the next week or two?
It'll be in the next 2 weeks.
In the next 2 weeks. But like you said, then it unfortunately doesn't stop for you.
No.
I feel like, because Vineyard Team, not to knock those guys, because they've been busting their butts for sure, but they get to take some time off when the fruit's done being picked, but you don't really.
They don't really take that too much time off. Evan is driving back from the High Plains tonight just for this dinner. He's been running, him and Tate, Chris, Andrew Sides with Lost Raw have all been running for the past essentially 2 weeks.
The Highwaymen.
Getting 2 hours of sleep here and 2 hours of sleep there.
I don't know how you guys do it.
Yeah.
We have the best team in the universe, guys. Like, the most phenomenal team, the most dedicated team. I can't say enough great things about the people that make the wine and make everything work here, make the grapes grow beautifully year after year, take such great care of our fruit, and the team that takes care of our guests and our members. We are so fortunate to have the best crew in the universe. So let's raise a glass really quickly to the WCB crew. We are WCB strong. Just to Tony, since he's here, he's the only one who can hear me. No, to our entire team. We are so blessed to have them. All right. Sorry that you guys can't hear us. We are not as technically savvy as D, so we will try to speak up a little bit.
Oh, am I mumbling like usual?
I think you're also a little too far away.
Oh, okay.
So try to yell. All right, guys, I think we are about ready to announce our winner. So I have got Callie in the comments. Hi, Callie. I've got a winner coming in from my lovely assistant Kelsey right now. So to the first winner, these beautiful wine tumblers are going to go to Eric Kessler. Congratulations, Eric. We will be shipping these to you, or if you're going to be coming out anytime soon, let us know, and we'll hold them for you. And then the wine stoppers are going to Lynette Bond. Congratulations, Lynette. You get these beautiful William Chris wine stoppers, which do a great job. I've used them at home quite a bit.
You're going to just finish the bottle?
Well, we're usually like a 1.5 bottle.
Okay, there you go.
Family at night, so it's usually that second bottle that needs to be put back in the fridge. All right, guys. Yeah, sorry. Thank you for the tips. Thank you, Jennifer. It's better if we face the computer versus chit-chatting with each other.
Yeah, I've just been staring at you.
I know. All right. Well, we are getting close-ish to time. I would love to answer any more questions that are out there. Otherwise, I'll just kind of remind you guys, we are open again. And we are looking forward to seeing all of you guys out here as soon as you're comfortable coming out. We also sent a very detailed email today to our wine club members about September release parties. So if you are mad about how much reading was involved in that email, you can blame myself. There was a lot to pack in there. It's definitely been a team effort and kind of a laborious process to make sure that we are setting up something that is very, very safe. We do not want to invite hordes of people out here and have an unsafe experience for our members or their guests. We want to have something that feels relaxing and enjoyable and super safe. So check out that email. If you're a High Society Club member, you should have it in your inbox. If you have any questions, as always, reach out to us. You can respond to that email, and that will go to Rochelle and Sean, our wine club team. You can give us a call. There's a lot of details. So we appreciate you guys bearing with us on that. It's all for your safety and for everyone's health and protection. So we can't wait to see, hopefully, many of you guys there. Happy hour next Wednesday, Alan says. Okay, so we are definitely going to take a little break from happy hours, but we are also going to continue to engage with you guys online. The reason that we're going to take a little break is because our team is completing harvest. We're reopened. We have release parties coming up. I've mentioned all of this. And we want to continue to be here for you guys because I know we've cultivated an amazing little crew here on these happy hours. So I'm not going to say that they're going away forever. We may start to look at doing like once a month or something like that. If you've got thoughts and opinions and comments and things that you want to see, throw it into the comments, guys, because we will check them out. I can't say how much I appreciate you guys wanting to tune in for stuff like this. When we started all of this back in March and we said, maybe we should do happy hour every day. That sounds insane. Who would want to hang out with us every single day at 5 o'clock? But, between Dee's personality and the wine education and the wines themselves, I mean, we really cultivated a strong following. And then with the virtual tastings, we've really made a lot of success with those, and we did not anticipate those kind of capturing as many of your hearts and minds as they have. And we're so thankful for you guys tuning in for that stuff. You're spending your time with us and choosing to, share our wines and invite your friends and, take time out of your day to tune in and hang out with us. And we really, really appreciate it. So we aren't going anywhere, but we will not be doing these as regularly for a little while we focus on some of the other things happening here on the High Estate. So As always, stay tuned to social media. Follow us at William Chris Vineyards on Instagram or on Facebook, which most of you are on right now. Just follow us or like us, and you'll get updates on when we are planning new things. Also, make sure you're subscribed to our email list. I'm in marketing, so it's my job to make sure to tell you guys to subscribe to our emails. Most of you guys should definitely be on there because I know you guys are regulars here. But that is where we will send out information on things like happy hour and other virtual events and hangouts. So we will see you again. We will drink wine together again right here. But in the meantime, we love you guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, keep your glasses full. You know where to find more wine if you need it. We love you guys, and we're thankful for you. So we meet again. Cheers, guys.
Thank you, guys.